Well, the day is here. Mikage Seijuro gets his second ruler. How is he? Hi everyone, Some Gamer Dude here. I actually stayed up last night to catch Seijuro as he came up because I was genuinely that excited. I will say though, the art looks much better on the card than on the mat. I was a bit iffy on it, but I like the texture to the colouring. It's thematic, it looks old, and has a dusty look to it. I think I just miss his facial hair. Mikage Seijuro, Interdimensional Traveller, has a judgment cost of 2 darkness and only 1 effect. Standard stipulation, only during your turn and only once per turn. Banish a Resonator to draw a card and give one of your other Resonators 2 +100/+100 counters. What I think is extremely interesting about the Mikage is that he fits perfectly into the support of the Curse of the Frozen Casket for his original ruler card. The monkey trapped in life, a 1-drop from his own starter deck, returns to your hand at a cost of 100 life when he hits the grave. Heavenbound Pheasant causes a discard for the opponent when it hits the grave. His daughters, Shara and Rinka, both want the +100/+100 counters. I think either the monkey trapped in life will be reprinted or we'll get a strictly superior version, something more like what Raya is for Rezard. Given Seijuro's design, it couldn't be any more obvious that this would happen. Saying that, Seijuro plays really nicely with Rezard's package too, since he can keep resurrecting Sigurd after using him as a sacrifice. Draw a card, get an addition out of turn for Darkness Wind. Who knows, even with his own support, Sigurd might just still be better. As a J-Ruler, Mikage Seijuro becomes a 1000/1000 with Flying. Alright base. 2 skills. 1 is a new mechanic. The first is pay Darkness and banish a Resonator to destroy target J-Resonator. I'm pretty sure this is the first time since Blazer's J-Ruler back in Alice we've seen J-Ruler kill on a J-Ruler. I am fairly certain this is the first time it's been repeatable on a permanent. I'm going to have to make a video about J-Rulers and J-Ruler hate one of these days, but this is the 4th J-Ruler card in the format now. I don't mind the Resonator kill so much, it will likely end up 2 darkness total when the support comes. While on a permanent and very likely repeatable ad nauseum should bump the cost up, it's still the total cost of stoning to death from way back when. Considering power creep, I'm fine with this. Secondary effect is a new mechanic called Revenge. The effect is triggered if an entity you control is put into the graveyard that turn. Interesting that it's entity, not Resonator. I wonder if we'll get additions that banish themselves as a cost. I think we'll get Resonators with this effect too. With Revenge, Seijuro gains +1000/+1000 Drain and Eternal. Good against things not running Darkness, or if you've scouted for J-Ruler hate that can't be chased. Always up for a big flying drainer. But without protection or putting the game on a timer, I can't help but say it feels underwhelming. J-Ruler hate is just too prominent for something like Mikage to sit well by himself. Ironic from a lore perspective, but the card that makes Mikage much more playable is Gil Lapis's sword, World Ender. Regalia hate isn't all that common, and World Ender gives your J-Ruler imperishable. Killing Mikage with that out will preserve his ability to cast Judgment, and if they destroy the Regalia, they set off Revenge as it says entity being destroyed, not Resonator. He gains Eternal for the turn. It's not a surefire thing, but it'll slow down the opponent's ability to deal with Seijuro, and make it much more setup dependent. Given the synergy and the wording on Mikage himself, I wonder if we'll get an addition that will give him, and a Borozuki for that matter, imperishable. I said a Borozuki was set up for an addition after all. I really like Mikage Seijuro, Interdimensional Traveller. He's strictly superior to the original ruler, and I really appreciate that he works with the older cards. I think he's going to be a lot of fun with his support. Seijuro is much better than a Borozuki, and if something can be made with his ruler side, he might have his place. Saying that, with both Black Moonray and Lunar Sword, I think he is far too fragile to maintain his presence on the board, and his protection just isn't good enough. Not by himself, anyway. He's not Lilius, who can just end the game on a whim. He's not Celesta or Wesler with their passive built-in protection. He's more interested in a game of attrition. While World Ender can help him, it's still easy enough to play around. Darkness with anything but light can do it. If he does get the addition I think he will, it's even more fragile. Really wish he had Imperishable like the original did. Wish he was more durable. Just a note before I go, I'm going to be busy for a couple of days, so I won't be able to talk about Ragnarok till then. I will cover him though. I'm kind of pegging him for a 5-color ruler. Hopefully the support for Aburazuki will make her look much better than she stands right now. This has been Some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.